Hey baddies. So I wanted to come and do a sit down video with y'all today, another sit down video. And this one I've seen a lot, and it actually helped me a lot when I was going through like the research part of working on getting VSG. Um, but a lot of the things that I saw, some of the things that I saw were in these videos. Some of the things that I wrote down were not in these videos. So these are some of the things that just I wish that I knew before getting VSG. So if you see me looking down, I have my little notebook and I have them written down. There's about 15 things. I don't know if I'll get to all 15 or not because I came home long enough to record this video and make a protein coffee before church. So, and before Leanna got out of school. So, I'm going to try to go through as many as I can. If I don't end up finishing them before I have to leave, then I'll do a part 2. So, question number 1. Not questions. They're not questions. They are things I wish I knew before I got VSG. 4 months post-op edition. So, number 1. Stalls are normal. Continue with daily activities and good eating habits. So, my first stall was at week 3. From week 3 to week 7. And it sucked. It scared me. At first it was a complete I'm not losing at all, to it was 2 or 3 pounds, every few days. So I ended up breaking that by not by exercising. It was literally just water consumption, and I upped my protein. I started being able to eat more. I stopped being sick around that time, so I was able to eat more, and hold down things. So I think that helped me break it. But yeah, just continue with what you're doing, up your protein if you have to. Make sure you're getting your water intake in. Make sure you're getting the right amount of protein in. Make sure you're not eating the wrong things. And just move your body constantly. Even if it's just walking your house. I'm actually getting ready to get a walking pad in the next few weeks. So that way, on the days that it's nasty out or I don't feel like going to the gym, I can just walk in my living room or even in my bedroom and watch TV. So, yeah, just constantly move your body, get your water intake in, and your protein. And make sure you're not eating the wrong things. So, number 2, food noise doesn't go away. Focus on protein and water to stay full longer. So, I had to learn that the hard way, because I didn't see that. Everybody had said, getting VSG or getting bypass or Roux-en-Y, whichever one you get. Everyone had said, that it helps because it don't make you hungry anymore, or it's not as bad, or you don't want to eat those things. In my case, I still have my sweet tooth. I still want a snack. I still prefer a snack over an actual full-blown meal. And I'll still have nights where I'll lay awake and I think about my next meal. Is it as intense as what it was before surgery? No. Nowhere near. And I also know that I have to make smart choices with what I am intaking. So say tonight I want it to have hamburger helper, right? Like a cheesy mac, like a cheesy hamburger helper. But I got protein noodles, and I got fat-free cheese, and I got low-carb sauce. You can make those swaps to make it, to where you're conscious about what you're putting in your body, to make it to where you're hitting that protein goal. So, and with water, I have always hated plain water. So I knew when I had the surgery that wasn't going to change. I have always hated plain water. So I started, learning more about Jordan Skinny mixes and flavor packets and different recipes for waters, just so I can get my water in. You can even do protein water. Now, I don't like the Isopure protein. Isopure unflavored. Y'all may like it. I don't. I've seen a few different brands of protein powder that you can put in water. Excuse me. That I haven't tried yet. Like Seek is on my list. I'm gonna try it, but I haven't yet. But you can substitute different things, and you can still eat what you want in moderation. Now, if your doctor said don't eat that, don't listen to your doctor. But mine and my dietitian say I can eat what I want, just in moderation. And the way my pouch works is, it's going to tell me whenever I have put the wrong thing in there. It's going to tell me when I'm full and I keep trying to eat. So listen to your body, and just remember why you got the surgery. So, number 3, maintaining your mental health is just as maintaining your mental health is just as important as protein and water consumption. So there's a lot of things that go into play when it comes to mental health after weight loss surgery. Looking at your body, like looking at the changes that your body is making, looking at how everybody is responding to how you look now, like your progress. It's not always going to be good. It's not always going to be bad. But there is, there's things that happen. Body dysmorphia is a thing. You just got to make sure that you're giving yourself grace, I pray a lot. I go to God whenever I feel like my mental's just not right. I will take a shower, and I'll take a 30-minute shower, and I'll talk with God that whole 30 minutes. I will take a drive and listen to my gospel and just talk to God. Even if I don't know what to say, just listen to the gospel, I will try to keep myself active. I'll go outside, just let the sun hit me. What little bit of sun Alabama's been having right now. But I'll let the sun hit me, I just try to keep myself in a good headspace. So when I do feel like I'm starting to fall into that, it doesn't take me a lot to get myself out of it, if that makes sense. So just, do what you gotta do to maintain your mental health. All right, number 4, everyone's journey is different. Don't compare. So I have quite a few people that have had VSG or bypass or Roux-en-Y or whatever, that have had it. And I've watched their progress over the years. And I was like, oh, I want to be just like that at first. But then I remembered everybody's body's different. The way everybody loses weight is different. So at 4 months, my progress isn't going to be your progress. I have lost, as of last week, 78 pounds in 4 months, which is amazing. It goes back to the mental health thing too. Like, I have never been able to lose 78, almost 80 pounds in 4 months, ever. Ever. So that's a huge thing for me. And so I have to remember, just because I'm not where I want to be yet, doesn't mean that I'm not making my way there. It doesn't mean that my progress isn't amazing, because dang near 80 pounds in 4 months. Whoa. There are certain things that, I'll put on certain shirts and I'm like, dang, that was skin tight on me a couple of months ago. And now I'm like, oh, okay. But don't compare. You're doing it. You already made the biggest jump, the biggest decision. You're doing it. As long as you are doing it, even if you're not in the weight loss surgery process, if you're just doing weight loss, you're doing it. It's better to do it than to not. So don't think that my progress is going to be your progress, because you may not lose 80 pounds in 4 months. But I've known people in 4 months who have dropped almost 100 pounds, I've known people who have dropped 20, 30 pounds in 4 months. My progress is not their progress. Your progress is not my progress. Don't compare. So, number 5. At first, water consumption may be hard, but there are things that you can try to help enhance it. So I wrote down my hydropool jug and skinny mixes I was going to show y'all, but I feel like y'all have seen it enough on my channel. In the beginning, before surgery for me, I hated water. Hated it. I would drink Propel, and that was about it. But now, like after surgery, I couldn't do flavorings. Like leading up to surgery, I was able to do the sugar-free flavor packs in my water, and I could do that. But then after surgery, it made me throw up. I couldn't do it. And then I went through a phase where all I could do was plain water. And then when I hit about 8 weeks, it got to a point where I was like, I don't want that anymore. And it was giving me like heartburn and reflux. And I was like, ugh. So then I was watching Demi Does It on TikTok. And she was talking about like the protein waters, the protein powders to put in water, and the water enhancers, and like the skinny mixes, Jordan skinny mixes. And I was like, I want to buy them. And then like I had a couple at home, tried it, they were great. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go on the website and try to order them. But before I did that, I went into Bill's, our local like clothing store, and they had a whole shelf, like 2 shelves full of Jordan skinny mixes, all different flavors. So I racked up. I actually made a protein coffee today. I made a butter toffee protein coffee today with some of the Jordan skinny mixes. But there's things that you can do. Just take your time. It's a process. Eventually, if you don't like regular water, it'll balance out. And if it don't, there's things that you can, do to enhance that, to help you be able to get your water consumption in. So just, bear with it. Again, give yourself grace. Take your time. So, hold on, y'all. I got to get a drink of this protein coffee. If you haven't seen the short form I did on this, showing how to make this, go watch it. And go make you one. It's so good. It's got toffee chunks in it as well. Like, you can kind of see some of them floating in there. And a Cool Whip, a sugar-free Cool Whip cold foam. So good. Okay. Anyway, number 6. Most people experience body dysmorphia because you lose weight rapidly the first few months. So I am in the middle of experiencing body dysmorphia. There are days where I can see it, depending on like if I put on something that I couldn't wear before or that was skin tight before. And there are days where I get out of the shower and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, that is not almost 80 pounds lost. Like I have my family and my friends, they come up and tell me, oh my God, you have lost so much weight. And I'm like, I don't see it. Like, where? Like, I saw my Uncle Robert on Valentine's Day night. Him and his wife were in the same movie theater room, like seeing the same movie as we were. And I didn't even realize it until we walked out after the movie was over with. And he came up to me and he was like, you're doing so well. You look so pretty in your Valentine's get up. I was wearing my little Valentine's pink dress that in fact I couldn't wear a year ago. So, but like moments like that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I got into this dress and it's nice and all, but it's like, I really can't see it, especially like if I'm wearing like leggings and a t-shirt, I can't see it. If I'm, look, we're grown. So walking through the house naked, and sometimes my stomach will go one way and my body's going the other way. I have a lot of loose skin. It's normal, and I hope that they say that eventually you'll come out of that. I hope I do. I hope that one day I can look at myself in the mirror and say, oh, I see that. I see that. Now, there are things that, happen that aren't, looking at yourself, that lets me know, hey, I've lost almost 80 pounds. Like, I I'm able to go, my road where my house is at is a big circle, and it's 2.7 miles to walk the whole circle. I'm able to walk the whole circle, and I'm not feeling like I'm gonna die midway through. I'm able to do my gym workout, and like I break a sweat, but I'm not going into AFib because I have heart disease. I'm not, I'm able to get out and play softball with my daughter because she's starting to learn softball. I'm able to be out in the sun doing yard work, I'm able to go to the grocery store and do the full grocery shopping and load all of it and not break a sweat. Like, that is progress. That makes me feel good. So you just gotta, find those simple moments that help you remember it's normal to have body dysmorphia, but there's things that can help you realize how you've lost a lot of weight. So number 7, you will have a lot of non-scale victories before you start to see a huge difference on the scale. Okay, so this goes back to my stall. How I knew for a fact that I was like, okay, like I could see it, that I had lost, like, in the beginning, whenever I hit that stall, I had lost like 35 pounds within like 2 weeks, right? 2-3 weeks. So in the beginning, like I heard what they were telling me at the doctor's office, but I couldn't see it. So I was like, no. But once I got past that sickness part of my beginning of my journey, I started noticing different things. Like I said before in the previous point, was like grocery store. Like, okay, today I was door dashing, and I had a 6 stacked order. If you're a door dasher, you know what that means. I had got an order in, and it was 2 deliveries. It was two customers, grocery shopping for 2 different customers. While I was walking in, I got another one to go on top of it, added to that. 2 more customers. And then while I was in there, I was almost done with that. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I almost declined that one because I was like, dang, I'm tired now. But got another one in, and it was 2 more customers. So 6 different customers, 6 different deliveries, 3 buggies full. So I would have to, like I grocery shopped for 2, filled up that buggy, put to the side. Grocery shopped for 2 more, fill up that buggy, put it to the side. Then the last 2, fill it up, put it to the side. 4 months ago, I would have passed out in the middle of the store. I would have passed out in the middle of the store. I wouldn't have been able to load all that by myself. I probably would have declined it, seeing how much it was, because the first double order that I got that drove me to the grocery store was, one customer had 14 items, the other one had like 10 or 12. And then the other 4 were just adding on to that, and it was like buggies full. So, like, 4 months ago, I wouldn't have done that. Like, I would have declined it, because I know I'm being by myself, I wouldn't have been able to do that without hurting myself. Now, I broke a sweat. I was tired. I ain't even gonna lie. Loading that, it was humid too. It was getting ready to rain. I was tired. But I felt good. Leanna is getting ready to start softball. So she's been asking me to start teaching her certain, plays and stuff, and how to hit the ball right, and how to catch the ball right. And she's left-handed, so it's a whole journey, because I'm right-handed, so I don't know what we're going to do. But, I'm able to be out there and do those things with my baby that I couldn't do 4 months ago. So, like, 4 months ago, I passed out at one of her games. Well, it was a little over like 6 months ago. It was like the jamboree at for their football cheer season. She was a B team cheerleader for the B team youth football team. It's supposed to be the 7, 8, 9 or 8, 9, 10 age group. Yeah, 8, 9, 10. But they have like a mix of all ages on their teams now. But anyway, we were in Trenton, Georgia, and I had my canopy tent, and I was hydrating, you know, and all of a sudden I passed out from the heat. It was just hot. And I mean, being big and I had heart disease, like, and being on a certain medication, on the medication that I was on, I wasn't supposed to allow my core temperature to get to a certain degree, or it would slow my heart rate down, which would in turn cause me to pass out. So, that was just, it's embarrassing to have to do that, you know, to have to go through that, especially have to have your child watch that, and to have your child see you on the ground like that and being carried out by a stretcher. That's embarrassing. So I'm excited to see how I do this football season, because I'm able to be outside in the heat and I'm okay, you know. We've actually got something coming up really big in the next couple of months, and I'll be in like heat. So I'm excited to see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, you'll see different non-scale victories. Like, I'm in a size 16 jeans now, and I haven't been in a 16 since like freshman year in high school. So, you know, just again, give yourself grace. If you don't do the scale moving, look at other things that are happening, all those non-scale victories. So I can see my dimples more. See, you know. This right here is starting to go down some. This right here I got to work on, but it's not as big as what it was. Listening to myself talk over like voice recorded, it's still not where I want it to be, but it's better than what it was whenever I first started. So we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. All right, so the next one. I'm already at 21 minutes, y'all. We're going to have to cut this down some. The next one. Bariatric surgery doesn't change your healthy mindset. You have to work on that before and after. So, if you're going into this journey expecting to get the surgery and you're no longer hungry anymore, or you're no longer going to want that Snickers bar, you're no longer going to want that milkshake from Sonic, you're not going to want that double cheeseburger from McDonald's, or that Big Mac, or that triple Sonic Smasher that smells delicious. I had to deliver one of those today, and I was like, oh God. But then I was like, you know what? No, I don't need that. But if you're going into this thinking that you're not going to want that anymore, maybe it's not for you. Or maybe it's not for you yet. Do your research. Listen, you're still hungry. You still get hungry. You still have cravings. I still have an extreme sweet tooth. Like, I made my family big boxes of Valentine's treats. I had all kind of different chocolate dipped, chocolate covered treats in it for Valentine's Day. They probably have like 20 bags each of different treats. And I wanted it so bad to the point where I made myself a bag, and I made myself separate little goodie bags of all the different treats, right? And I put it in a bag, in a grocery bag, and tied it up and put it in the back of the fridge. Well, one night I laid in bed and I was like, I want it. But then I was like, that's getting ready to set me back so bad. So I ended up giving it to my sister because I was like, you're pregnant. You need it. Give it to my niece. You know, like, I don't need this. Because if I eat one piece of it, it's going to set me back so bad. Because I know I want more than one. Like, one piece may not hurt me, but I know that it won't just be one piece. It'll turn into, I want more and more and more and more. So, if you think that you're going to be able to come into this and walk through it with ease, you're not. It's not easy at all. It's really not. It's not just another diet. It is like, it's a change. So, just do your research. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk about that are not kid appropriate. So if you have children watching this, have them leave the room, or you leave the room, put your headphones in, something. Don't have these children listening to that. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee while y'all get your children together, or get your headphones or whatever. Don't have them babies listening to this. They gone? Alright, bet. So, 1, your libido spikes as if you were 16 years old again. Now, for the little slower ones, I'm sorry, that was mean. But if you don't know what libido is your sexual drive. Well, it's a whole lot of things put in one, but the main thing is your sexual drive. Y'all, first of all, before surgery, I got to the point where I hated sex. I hated it because I would always, every time we would be intimate, I would always, feel like my heart's going to stop. I'd be sweating nonstop, breathing real hard, can't catch my breath. And that's just simple, intimacy. So it's weird talking about this because, my mama watches y'all. So, mama, look, I'm almost 32 years old. I'm grown. So, but now, before surgery, we would be intimate once every 2-3 weeks. Now, it's I want it all the time. All the time. So, keep that in mind. That happens. Now, somebody told me about a supplement that I could get from Walmart, and it's I don't want to show it actually because I want to wait and see how it does me. I just started taking it a couple days ago, but it's supposed to help balance all of that out. We'll see, because my husband always says, "Wife, I am not a piece of meat. I'm not a machine," and I'm like, I don't care. Just keep that in mind. If you start to experience high libido or your sex drive is extremely high, there's other things that have been happening, waterfalls have been happening. So keep that in mind. Weight loss does that for you, apparently. So losing 80 pounds in 4 months does that for you, apparently. So anyway, we're going to move on because I'm pretty sure I have church people watching me and my mama's watching me. So we're going to move on. The next one is another one that kids would think, your bowel movements will look, smell, and feel a whole lot different. Y'all, so in the beginning, I would get constipated like crazy. Trying to get all the protein in the beginning. It would be, okay, so, for instance, if you had the bariatric surgery, any form of it, and your doctor had you do the barium swallow, right? The first bowel movement after the barium swallow, is like trying to poop out cement. It's like bricks coming out. I was like that for the first 2 months, right? Well, then I started getting more and more protein in, and I started drinking protein coffees. Y'all, I think mine has reversed. I don't know what's going on, but I'd be I done took some magnesium citrate every day. I don't get constipated. I want to be constipated at this point. Dang. I'll be door dashing, and I'll get now sometimes I will take 1 sip on camera of my protein coffee, and as soon as I hit stop recording, a minute later, I'm having to run to the bathroom. It's that serious. Bro, what is going on? Why is mine doing that? And I can't, every time I try to take the anti-diarrheal medication, I dump. So, I can't do that. I guess it's a blessing because I'm not constipated, but dang, why is it always like that? So just keep in mind, your poop looks a whole lot different. It smells, in the beginning, it smelled like something had died in me. So I thought oh God, I gotta have my colon looked at. They didn't do something to my colon or something. I would pass gas, and my husband would literally leave the room and be mad and leave the room. So, but it's balanced out. The smell has balanced out for me. It's oily, that floats. I guess that's TMI. But if you're watching this channel, a lot of the process of the first year of VSG is TMI. And like the pain, it's like, it's almost like I'm dumping every day, but I'm not. Because I'm not throwing up. It's just, I have seconds to get to the bathroom. So there's times where I'm like, oh, Jesus, 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 please. Like, help me get to the bathroom, please. But, you know, I'm hoping that balances out. Some people says it does. Some people says it don't. Oh, well. I lived with IBS all my life before surgery. So I'm used to having, like, erratic poop cycles. So, anyway. So here's another one. Your taste buds and your smell will change. So there are things that, like, I just cannot do anymore. I hated sour stuff before surgery. Now I make this blue raspberry water, and it's like the sour blue raspberry, and I do the blue raspberry Jolly Rancher packet, and it is so good, so good. I would have like took one sip and did one of them movements and then not touch it again 4 months ago. Now I go down the whole bottle, the whole cup. I mean, takes me a few hours, but I'll finish it, is my point. There's a lot of sweet things that I just can't do anymore. I can't do regular, like, okay, the other day I made a protein coffee that had the Chobani creamer in it, and it made me sick. Like, I couldn't do it. So I didn't dump per se. It just, like, taste-wise, it made me sick. I hate the smell of pork chops frying. And pork chops were my favorite. One of my favorite meals. One of my favorite meats, proteins, before surgery. But I hate the smell of it. It's so nasty. So, I mean, you know, they changed. I didn't think that was a thing until I had the surgery and started being able to eat. So, anyway, we're going to move on because I'm already at 32 minutes. Number 12. Love who you are before you get surgery. You got to love yourself regardless. Whether you are big, small, tall, short, black, white, Chinese, you know, Mexican, long hair, short hair, braids, wigs. You gotta love who you are. Love your own skin, because it's not always pretty going through VSG. So if you don't already love yourself, that in between stage, like where I am now, right? Like where I start to see it, but then again I'm like, that don't look right. If you don't love yourself before that, you're gonna go into a deep depression, and that goes back to that mental health point. Like, if you love yourself, if you learn to love yourself and the skin that God gave you before surgery, then you won't have issues with mental health a lot after surgery, because God made you in His own image. And no, nobody is perfect, but He perfectly made you in His own image. So you're beautiful no matter what. Guys, you're handsome no matter what. You gotta learn to love yourself before you go to try to fix other things, you know? Alright, so we're gonna get off that. Number 13. Acne is a thing. Dry skin is a thing. My skincare looks different. And my skin will tell me when I haven't had enough water, when I haven't had enough protein, if I've been eating too much sugar. My skin, actually my face swells whenever I eat too much sugar. I'll see it like right here and in my cheekbones and up around my eyes. My eyes will get puffy. My lips, when I haven't had enough water, the corners of my lips crack. I keep chapstick now because, I mean, again, it's hard to get all your water in sometimes. So, I keep chapstick in every corner, in the living room, bedroom, bathroom, both cars, my purse. Like, so that way, you know, if I start to feel they're dry, I'll go ahead and hydrate them. I have got a whole facial routine for every morning and every night. Now, because my skin is dry. It's really dry now. But that's just because I'm still trying to balance out and get that perfect amount of water that my body needs. So once you get that balanced out, you should be good. But I have to introduce new things into my daily routine. Number 14, acid reflux is a thing. Now, I touched base a little bit on this in my previous videos, but you just got to remember, take your meds. My best friend, make sure my social or anything like that's on here. It's not. Okay. My best friend, omeprazole. Take it. Take it. Take it. If it helps, I do medicine containers to help me be able to keep track with my medicine. I make sure that, you know, I'm getting what I'm supposed to get, when I'm supposed to get it, how much I'm supposed to get. Because I'm telling you, in the beginning, if you don't take that acid reflux medicine, you're going to feel like you have a fire-breathing dragon down your chest. And I just marked all on this shirt. That's okay. Take your meds. Take that. Even if you think that, oh, I never had acid reflux before surgery, I won't need that. Take it. Take it anyway. Trust me. So the last one. Weight loss surgery is a complete lifestyle change. It's not just another diet. So people say, oh, well, you could have just did this. You could have just did that. You could have just worked out. You could have just drank water. Well, I've done that for almost 32 years. I've done that. Didn't work for me. So it would work for a little bit, and then I would go right back to it and end up binging, and I would gain triple the weight back. But weight loss surgery is a huge lifestyle change because it's not just another diet. It's not just watching what you eat. It's not just, you know, it's not just getting enough water in. It's not just exercising a little bit. You know, it's for the rest of your life. You're taking medication for the rest of your life. Your vitamins. Like, if y'all could see the top of my mini fridge has all my medicines on it. Or my bathroom counter, my skincare regimen. Thank you, baby. Stay right there. Don't go in there. Y'all go in there. Y'all, hold on, guys. Sorry about that. My nephews came running in. But it's not just a regular diet. You have to literally change everything that you do. Sorry. Anyway, but you can't just go into this thinking that, oh, it's going to be easy, you know, because it's not. It's really not. If you have that right mindset when going into it and knowing that it is a rest of your life thing, even once you get to your goal, you have to maintain that goal. Okay, baby. When you prepare your mind for that going into it, then you will have huge success. So, you know, just do what you got to do. Sorry, y'all. My brain went like, because my nephews came running in. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this because it's about time that Leanna gets out of school. So, I have to go and get her off the bus. I love y'all, and I'm sorry it's such a long video. I'll try to condense it down some, you know, to make it to where it's not so long. But if it is, watch it for me, y'all. Please, let's get these numbers up, y'all. I actually, like, before my birthday in May 25th, I would love to reach 100 subscribers. That would be amazing. So what I want y'all to do is, if you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, right? Subscribe. Share it, because there are people who, hi Nix, there are people who are looking to get the surgery who need to know these things. Or their bodies, they just got the surgery and their bodies are going through some of the things that mine went through. And they're confused. So share it. Like it. You know, if you like it, then it lets YouTube algorithm know to keep showing you, hey, I'm posting these things. Or showing you other people's videos like mine. And subscribe, because you don't want to miss anything. But what I want you to do is, if you made it to the end of this video, if you made it to this point, I want you to put a copy bean down in the comments. that would be amazing. So I want to see who all is actually watching all of my videos. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing Wednesday. I'm about to go get my baby and get ready to go to church. Bye, y'all.